So one thing that I've been thinking about recently is maternity leave and becoming a mother. I plan to start a family in the future, and as someone who works as a software engineer, I've been wondering what that period might look like from a career perspective. I want to be really clear up front. I completely understand that maternity leave is for your child, for your recovery, and for your family. A baby is basically a full-time job, and I don't have any illusion that it's a free time for productivity or career goals. I'm not trying to turn it into a challenge where I optimize myself or come back a super productive engineer. Yeah, that won't happen. But I don't want to come back after months away and feel completely disconnected from work, from my colleagues, and so on. So, because tech moves fast, and lately it feels like it's been moving even faster. New AI tools show up every week, companies change how they build software or they do layovers. Not nice, but anyways, entire workflow shift. Things that felt normal a year ago already feel outdated and even more scarier. And that's what made me start thinking about this more seriously. What actually happens when you step away from tech for a few months, especially as a mother working in this field? Do people fully disconnect during maternity leave? Do they casually keep up with things in the background? Or do they just trust that they will catch up when they return? I think my approach would be probably somewhere in the middle. I don't imagine myself completely disappearing from tech for months, but I don't want to see myself doing anything extreme like, oh, I'm going to learn new frameworks, or I'm going to build a startup. Oh, no way. Or I'm going to ship side projects while taking care of a baby, a newborn. That just doesn't feel like realistic to me. At least not for now, or how I imagine this period of my life would be. My current plan is pretty simple. I would like to stay slightly connected to the industry, but without pressure. For example, I might go to a meetup every now and then. I currently do that, so it's not going to be a problem. And during that maternity leave, maybe it's going to be once a month, maybe once every few months. And what I have in mind is basically a JavaScript meetup, a React meetup, or anything that sounds interesting at that time. I like meetups because they don't feel like studying. I just have to show up, listen, talk to people, get a sense of what others are working on, and I can also get free food, but that's another story. It's less about something specific and more about staying loosely connected to the world of tech. And I think podcasts will be one of the easiest ways to stay in touch, at least for me. I already listen to things like The Pragmatic Engineer, and podcasts just fit nicely into real life, especially when I cycle. And I just don't need the full focus on a laptop. I've also been doing that while I've been hiking on Etna. And then honestly, this is still one of the main ways of keeping up with what's happening in the tech. I know it's messy, but it's fast. Layoffs, hiring trends, new tools, AI drama. It usually shows up there and quickly. Then I would also like to read a couple of tech books. Whether that actually happens is another question. I think most people have a list of books they plan to read someday, and I'm definitely one of them. And now when it comes to coding and personal projects, I really don't know. Maybe I will be starting small. Maybe I'll use AI agents to help me ship a tiny project. Or maybe I won't touch code at all for a while. And to be completely honest, even now, I don't spend that much time on personal projects outside of work and my research, just because I don't have that much time, and I don't expect maternity leave to magically turn me into a side project person. But if it works for you, that's amazing. Yeah, and one thing that I've been reflecting on is how much pressure there is in tech to constantly keep up, especially nowadays. It can feel like you're not learning every day and you're falling behind. But anyways, most experienced engineers I know don't learn a new framework every week. They rely more on the basics, experience and problem solving, and understanding systems over time. Those things don't disappear just because you take some time away for your family. Yeah, and then there's the AI. This is the part that makes everything feel a bit more uncertain. It's advancing so quickly right now that I sometimes wonder what the industry will look like by the time I come back from maternity leave. Will be everyone working with agents part of the daily workflow? Will this AI bubble just explode? Yeah, there are so many questions. And I'm sure the expectations for software engineer will shift completely or at least partially. And I think that this uncertainty is part of why this topic feels more important right now than it might have a few years ago. Because it's not just about stepping away from tech, it's about stepping away during a time when tech itself is changing really fast. And I'm currently based in Austria, a country where work and maternity protection is around 4 months. It feels quite short when I think about really welcoming a newborn and bonding in early months. But at the same time, it is still a structured support system. In contrast, in Romania, my home country, maternity leave can be up to 2 years. And I can imagine that after such a long break, it might feel even more challenging to come back and immediately feel in sync with this fast-moving tech again. Still, I keep coming back to one thought. Becoming a mother hopefully won't stop me from being a really good software engineer, and being an engineer shouldn't stop me from fully experienced motherhood, contrary to some people's belief. And I hope there's some middle ground where I can focus on my family, my child, and my recovery while still keeping one foot in the tech world. That's just my thinking though. Of course, I haven't gone to maternity leave yet, so this might all change once I actually experience it. And I'm really curious about how others have done it, especially mothers, and you, of course, fathers. Did you stay connected during maternity leave? Did you fully disconnect? And when you came back, did it feel hard to catch up or more natural than expected? Actually, I would love to hear your experiences.